everyone, welcome to Oasis Healing Temple. And in today's reading, I wanted to get messages from the unicorns. I've been doing a lot of third eye work, and the unicorns wanted to give us some messages today. So take a look at the 3 piles. These are the choices we have. So pile number 1 is the anger card. You might be drawn to the image on the card or the stone. And your stone says wisdom. Pile number 2, you have the card of support. Try to get this flare off of here. And your stone says joy. Pile number 3, you have the card of expansion. And your stone says hope. Alright, take a look at these piles and head down to the description box for your reading. You may be drawn to more than one, and if so, I'll see you there. Hi pile 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose the anger pile. Not the anger pile, but the anger card. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. So when I think of anger, I think of injustice, I think of betrayal, I think of ways that people can hurt you. And most of the time, anger is repressed sadness. And it comes out as anger because a lot of the time people don't respect or honor sadness. And anger is just as valuable as all the other emotions in the emotional spectrum. Most people typically express happiness, sadness, and it's really hard sometimes to express. Some people find it hard to express anger because it means that you're out of control, or you, in the moment where you were experiencing something that was unjust, you weren't allowed to express it, or it wasn't a safe environment at the time to express the anger. Maybe you have a very forgiving heart and can understand why people act and behave the way that they do. And unfortunately, sometimes when you have an empathetic heart, this allows, sometimes people can take advantage of that, and they will continue to treat you and make excuses why it's okay to treat you poorly. And that can cause resentment within you. It starts making you almost like turn on yourself and betray yourself. You start having these ideas or questioning, well, what's wrong with me that I'm allowing somebody to treat me this way? And I must not be good enough, or thoughts of unworthiness, or just feeling, or when you finally, let's say this is a relationship that you have, and this person, betrays your heart, but they have like a troubled past, and so this is like a pattern that they have, and sometimes they can make excuses for it, or you yourself can make excuses for it. That makes it okay for them to treat you this way. And maybe there's a fear within you that you're not good enough and you don't want to be alone, so you'll tolerate being treated this way because of that fear. And this is just a reminder that you are worth more than somebody treating you that way, and not to be afraid of being alone. And how you allow others to treat you is what you're saying you're worthy of, and those people will continue to treat you that way because you're tolerating that. This is just a message for somebody out there who maybe is feeling some anger about being treated poorly by somebody they love. I can I can relate to that. I've had many of those experiences in my life, and I've just now, at this phase of my life, stood up for myself and realized that I do deserve more and have set healthy boundaries for myself. And this can be within your family, it can be in a love relationship, friendships. Just know that the more that you love yourself and expect those healthy boundaries, they will respect them too. And those who are meant to be in your life will honor them and want equal boundaries, equal respect within the relationship. And those who don't want to honor your boundaries and treat you the way that you deserve, then those people don't need to be a part of your life. Okay, let's go to your reading, and that's where you can turn your anger into wisdom and understand why, that what lesson were you learning from that experience. And what I learned was to love myself more and to honor my feelings and how they make me feel, and not to be resentful about it, because I played a part too, because I was allowing it. Okay, let's put this in the center of your reading here. So we have the Anger Unicorn, and you had several of these cards wanted to come out of this particular deck. We got several different decks here and several different cards to go through, so we just pull out a few at a time. We have the Tree of Life, fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. Okay, let's put this over here. We'll do a couple of these. Something is revealed, insight and breakthrough. Perception beyond the veil of illusion. We'll do this card here. Remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. Okay. So you have some perceptions. You're starting to see things in a different way. Maybe a revelation has come in, or maybe you had a dream about something and it gave you some insight and perception on the situation that you may have been harboring some resentment or anger towards, and you're seeing how that experience is something that has made you who you are today. And it is because of that experience that you can love yourself in a more healthier way and expect healthier relationships. People who honor and respect you and your boundaries and how to treat you. Maybe you have discovered maybe somebody else, a new relationship, and the way that this person loves you is one that feels good. It feels like it's meant to be. There's balance. Your heart can open and receive this love that you are so deserving of. And maybe it reminds you of the past where you felt like you were not treating in the way that your heart needs or that you wanted. And see, we have remembrance. We see how she's bound by all these, maybe these are thoughts, old emotions that are keeping you held in the past. And now is the time for you to heal and overcome that phase of your life and what you went through, and try to understand what that experience was trying to teach you. And to honor that is, we're all not perfect, we're all learning. And at the time, that is what you believed was maybe your partner or your soulmate, the right relationship for you. And now looking back on it, you can see, mistakes that maybe you've made. Maybe you just allowed too many things to go by without standing up and saying, look, I'm tired of the excuses, or I'm tired of you talking to me like this and the disrespect, and you allowed yourself to be treated that way. And now you can see how, well, that was teaching me how to love myself better and how to be in a relationship with someone who loves and honors and respects me. And communicating your needs to someone, especially if you're starting in a new relationship, and already not overlooking those red flags, already speaking on something if something hurts your feelings or they've crossed a boundary, and communicating, what are your needs in this relationship and what you expect from your partner. And not everybody knows that, but taking the time out to get to know yourself and understand who you are and what your needs are. And sometimes we don't know what they are until we know what they aren't. So now that you know what does hurt your feelings, what does make you mad in a relationship, and what crosses those boundaries, you're able to communicate those to your new partner, to the relationship that you're maybe trying to begin again. And this could be a pattern from your family. Maybe somebody else in your family has that same codependent nature where they just allow someone to treat them poorly, or they're very submissive. And we can have these narcissistic relationships where the person who's very empathic and can understand somebody's trauma and where they come from, and then the narcissist will play on the empathic's generous nature and heart, and they will use their energy and use that kindness to get away with treating them poorly. And this can go back generations, where maybe one of your parents was the empath and one was the narcissist, and they tolerated these poor relationships and non-communications, or the way they communicated was very toxic, or the way that they said they loved was very toxic. And maybe you took on some of those patterns too, not knowing that there's another way, that there's a different way to love someone, and discovering that on your own by you experiencing that and breaking out of those patterns and freeing yourself from that karmic pain and trauma. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I see. It says something, you're learning something about yourself, or learning something about this pattern and breaking yourself free from it. Okay, we have water element. I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes of life. Yeah. So you are overcoming these patterns, this struggle, whatever it is that maybe you've been holding on to for a long time. It can be resentment, some pain, some old memory, maybe of a certain relationship where you loved them a little too hard, and maybe they didn't see all that you were putting into that relationship, and how much you were loving them. And sometimes loving them isn't enough for them to change, and it makes us feel like, well, why wasn't I worth it for you? And that's a false perception. It has nothing to do with you. It really has to do with them and their emotions, how they feel about themselves, and the way that they manipulate and use your love to get their needs met, because they're very selfish people. Okay, we have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. Ooh, okay, so yes, you are receiving this wisdom from having gone through this experience, and you're integrating all these lessons so that you can be more receptive to seeing those red flags. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Yes, you're learning to take care of you, and that your needs matter. You matter. To love yourself, to care for yourself, and this will set you free from having to depend on anybody else giving you that love, instead of looking outside of yourself for somebody to see you and love you, and feeling like why am I alone when I have such a big heart? What's wrong with me? And you start turning in on yourself and shaming yourself, and it has nothing to do with you being a bad person. It has to do with you not loving yourself enough, and saying, I deserve somebody to treat me with a certain level of respect and love, and the type of love that I want is going to be the love that I give myself. And so I'm going to love myself. I'm not going to betray myself. If somebody hurts my feelings, I'm going to communicate that hurts my feelings. I'm going to sit down and we need to have a conversation about something. If that person doesn't respect your feelings and they want to turn it around on you and be defensive and say, well, you did this so long ago, that's not somebody who's really caring about trying to build and keep the relationship. They're wanting to point fingers, they're wanting to fight. They're not really trying to build the bridge and keep the foundation, the relationship intact. They're actually trying to separate it and tear it apart and make you feel like it's your fault, when you're trying to keep it together by having the conversation in the first place. You're being vulnerable, you're exposing your heart, you're saying, this hurts me, and You know, I don't like it when this happens, or when you talk to me this way, or when you do this behind my back, or betray me, or lie to me. And I don't want to be in a relationship like that. And then, somehow the narcissist will always flip it around and make it your fault, or that's not what happened. And they'll come up with all these random excuses on why what you perceive is not the truth. When in your heart and in your intuition and in your mind, you know the truth. You're just giving them these excuses because you're afraid of being alone. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns healing, rewriting the future. Yes. So you came into a family where this was a pattern, and you are the one who's here to break that pattern, to stand up for yourself, to reclaim your heart, the love that you deserve, by you nurturing yourself, by you standing up and saying, no, this is not okay. By honoring your feelings, honoring how you feel, and no longer pushing your emotions down and shoving your emotions down. You're going to express them. I don't like this. And there's nothing wrong with that. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your heart. Stand up for your inner child who has needs, and your needs aren't getting met. And if you're with somebody who's not honoring those needs, why are we in this relationship? Relationships are meant to help you grow, to help you see yourself and the beauty of yourself, to become your better self. They're supposed to be your better half. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it is one of the sayings, because they remind you to improve on yourself. Not saying that they're always saying there's something wrong with you, but we should love each other authentically as who we are, but always encourage each other to grow. And anytime there's conflict within the relationship, it's meant to help you improve on yourself and help you to grow together as a unit together, not to point each other's flaws out to one another and to shame each other, but it is to show each other how to honor your commitment that you've made to one another. And so if they're not honoring you and the commitment that they made to the relationship, then why are we in this relationship? Alchemy, yes. Letting go, transforming the pain, transforming this anger into love. Understand, what were you learning from this relationship? You were learning to love yourself more, learning how to be in a relationship with somebody. What does a right relationship look like? By seeing and going through what one doesn't look like. This is not what I want from a partner. And if you keep experiencing these same people, these same relationships, there's a pattern over and over and over with the same type of people, you are repeating the past. You're repeating by doing the same thing that you've always done in every relationship, because you're not having a standard for yourself or a standard for them in the relationship that you're in. You're saying, I'm not worth that. Yes, you can treat me like shit and I'll still love you, and it reminds me of those relationships. He beats me because he loves me, and that's not right. Somebody who truly loves you doesn't want to see you in pain. We got wisdom twice on a Wednesday with a waxing moon. Let wisdom come and be renewed. Ooh, okay. We have 7. You're starting to see things. You might be now seeing the patterns, see how you've been being held back. And, don't turn on yourself and be mad at yourself that, this is what you thought was love and thought this person loved you, and that this is how, for them, maybe that's what they were taught how to love, that this was love through their own family. And this is what they knew how to do with love. They just manipulated and lied and did whatever they wanted, and it was a selfish love. They don't know how to give love from themselves. They only know how to give pain of themselves and inflict pain on others, because they themselves have pain and have been given pain, and that's all they know how to give. So love yourself and forgive yourself for choosing less than what you're worth, because at the time you didn't know that. And when you look back, you'll have to look at the perception that you had You know, when you know better, you do better, right? So back then you didn't know better, and that's okay. So still love that aspect of yourself and forgive yourself for not knowing that you deserve better, and release yourself from holding yourself to this place of not allowed to be to make a mistake, that you have to be perfect, and to know something that you had no way of knowing until you experienced it. That's how we get wisdom. We receive wisdom when we experience things, because then we have that, then we can integrate the wisdom of that experience because we've been through it. We have we know hands on what it feels like right by going through the experience of it, okay? Grace, grace, blessing, come to me and set me free. Yes. It's okay. Harvest, as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Ooh, we got 2 sevens here. Very spiritual message here. So all that work, all the struggle, you're going to be receiving all the wisdom from this experience, and this new beginning that you're about to embark on is you will find the one that's meant for you. You will find people who see you and honor you and love you the way that you deserve to be loved, because you yourself are loving yourself, setting yourself free from having to be in these experiences with people who don't value you and honor you and respect you, where you feel like you've poured into so many people and you haven't received that back. And now by you pouring into you, you're going to be receiving that back, because you have flipped the script and decided, no, I don't want to continue the same pattern, the same cycle over and over again. You've stopped and decided, I'm going to do something different. And by doing something different, you created a shift. There's been a shift within, and now you can see things differently and you can move differently, and then receive what it is that you have been pouring into and putting out into the universe for so long. What you've been trying to create for yourself. We have alignment. Ooh, yay, look at that. And we have some dolphins. Dolphins represent a playful nature. Maybe you found some people who have helped you see who you really are. Maybe they've helped you look into yourself and guided you towards finding your true self, your authentic self, and learning to value who you are and expecting others to value you in that same way. Lots of transformation coming in. You may have been working on your chakras. Your sacral chakra mainly is the one that I'm seeing here. That one relates to our emotions and our relationships, not only with others but with ourselves too, and having this relationship with yourself that's more loving and understanding that your needs matter, and to put, just because you put your needs first, I mean that you're selfish. And it's not saying that, I'm gonna make sure, I eat first, or, I'm gonna spend all my money on me or anything like that. These are just examples. But it just means that I'm not going to betray myself for somebody else to treat me poorly and say it's okay anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure that I'm not coming out of my comfort zone and betraying myself out of my love for anybody anymore. Like, if they love me and I communicate that they're hurting me with this, then I'm expecting them to apologize and change that behavior. Because a changed behavior means that they understand that these actions are hurtful and they don't want to inflict pain. They want to keep a connection and relationship with you. And you speaking out on what it is that you need in the relationship is you trying to keep that relationship intact. And if they're not honoring the relationship, then it's time to let them go, because they're not respecting you. We have Mother of Water, emotional self-care. Thank you. Validation. Yes. I make sure that my needs are met and that my heart is still intact when I'm with someone, that they're not breaking my heart daily and making me feel like I'm not worthy and not good enough. Because when you love yourself, when you take care of yourself and love you and see the beauty in you, see the love and the big heart that you have, they're not going to want to let you go. They're not going to want to hurt you, because you're going to be their queen. You're going to be the person that they, or king, whoever it is. This isn't just male or female. This isn't just female, sorry. It's male or female. They're going to value you, and they're going to see that worth, and they're not going to want to let you go. They're not going to want to hurt you, because somebody worth keeping is, you know, hard to find. It really is hard to find an authentic person nowadays. The last card we have is Sagittarius Expand. Yes. Keep your eye on your goal. Keep your heart as the first obligation. Loving yourself. Holding yourself to this new beginning. Holding yourself to this new space of how you see yourself, how you want to receive this love. This new journey that you're fixing to go on. You're expanding what you see is love, and expanding the way that you love yourself and hold yourself to this flame. Okay, pile number 1. I'm pretty sure that this message is pretty clear. So just loving yourself, forgiving yourself, holding yourself to a place of, you know, worth. And anybody who doesn't see that worth, anybody who's still wanting to play the blame game and, you know, redirect and gaslight you, they're not worthy of you. And it's time to understand that you are worth more, and to expand on what you see love is, and what you value within yourself is going to be something that other people value in you too. Because when you hold that standard, and it's not saying to put yourself in this place where, you know, they have to be perfect, because none of us are perfect, but not to overlook these basic things in a relationship that should be sacred. You know, no betrayal, no name calling, no shaming, no cheating, things like this nature, no beating, no abuse. There should be nothing but love and passion and commitment and understanding and compromise. Okay? Thank you for joining me today, everyone. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope to see you again at the Oasis Healing Temple. If this reading has resonated with you, please leave a like, share, subscribe to my channel, or comment below if you'd like to share anything. I would love to read any of your comments. So y'all take care, and I'll see you again. Welcome, pile number 2. Those of you who chose the support card and the joy stone. I'm going to set this over here. So, this card says support. Ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself. Some of you may come from pile number 1. And if not, you may want to go check out pile number 1, because this is saying to get more rest and nurture yourself. And what I see from this is you are being supported, you're being protected, and you're being taken on a new journey. The unicorns want you to know that they are guiding you, they're watching over you, they're here to lend you support, to nurture yourself, that you're going somewhere safe, that this new journey, the new quest that you're on, you're going to be supported. All you have to do is ask your guides if you need direction. Just ask the unicorns for help on perception shifts. They're very good at using their intuition and perceptions. They come from the 7th dimension, so they're very high vibrational beings, and they are there with you right now, sending you support. And it's okay to surrender and to nurture yourself at this moment in time. You might need to take a break. You need to rest. You've been on a long journey. You've overcome a lot. And now it's time to just surrender. Know that you're supported. You're being protected right now. And that it's okay to take a break. Alright, let's look at our piles. We have achievement. Keep focused on your dream. Yeah. That's we have a lotus blooming. So this is sacral chakra, heart chakra. Loving yourself, taking care of yourself. Rest right now is very important. What else we have? Reach for your dreams and other dreams. I am the creator of my own dreams and I achieve them with confidence. Yay! That's awesome. So there might be something that you have your eye on. There might be a new beginning, a passion, a creative endeavor that you're wanting to begin, or that you feel maybe, is this the right path? Is this the right job? Maybe is this dream out of reach for me? And right now the unicorns are saying to ask for help. If you need guidance or support, know that you are supported, but focus on this dream, because this dream is something that's coming from within and you feel very passionate about it. Maybe it's this idea that you have that you're not sure if this is it, if this is what you're supposed to be doing, and right now the unicorns are telling you yes. Know that you are supported. Focus on that dream, but making sure that you're taking care of yourself in the process. You don't want to rush ahead too far ahead, but have the idea in your mind. What are some ways that you can create without burning out? We have meditation. I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. So yeah, right now this is saying to, what I feel here is that you've overcome something, and it is something that there's something that you've been wanting in your life. You've been wanting to create this dream, this future, this new beginning, something that just lights you up. And right now you're being called to just be in the flow state, be receptive to any information, to any downloads that you may be receiving. The unicorns are very good at, they work with Archangel Gabriel, who is the angel of communication. He's a messenger. And sometimes they say Gabriel, there's mixed ideas about this, but some say Gabriel is a feminine angel. Oops, sorry. I think most angels are androgynous, but sometimes they do have partners. And Archangel Gabriel works with the unicorns, and they're very gentle, patient, nurturing energy. And the unicorns want you to know that now is the time for you to rest. You've overcome something. You've achieved a goal, achieved this dream. It's already happened. All you need to do is be patient and wait for it. You're being supported. Take some time out to be in nature, to be in the present moment. This is where we can create from, is when we're in the present, not looking at the past and reviewing our past, or thinking of the future and trying to focus on the future too much, because then we can lose track of what's happening right here, right now, and maybe miss opportunities because we're too much in our headspace of the future. So bring yourself back to center and allow the information, allow nurturing energy, loving yourself, letting source guide you and align you to the path that you're meant to be on, and to allow these opportunities to come out. We have, Miriam, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. All right, so you can be a light worker, somebody who's been working right now with the shifts, the solar flares, and the energies that have been hitting the planet right now. And we're building and creating this new earth, and it begins within each of us. And some of you maybe have been doing a lot of energy work and a lot of healing, a lot of shadow work, and you've come to this place where it's time to rest, that you have alchemized and transmuted a lot of the dark energies, and now it's time to focus. It's time to rest, but also focus on the dream at the same time, and know that the dream is coming to fruition, that this new beginning, this heaven on earth, is happening, and it's here. Being in the present moment and being grateful, seeing the beauty in the everyday and focusing on that. Because the more we're in the present, the more we can anchor in this new earth. Because it's already here. We just have to see it and feel it and be in it. We have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Ooh, okay, so this is divinely planned. You are meant to be somebody who helps ground in these higher frequencies here on the planet Earth, to ground in new Earth here onto the planet. It is written in your blueprint. And you're going into this new beginning. You're heading to this new portal where you're going to be supported. Everything's just going to flow easily to you. You've overcome all this darkness. You've done all this work. And now you're going to be on this new path, this new journey where it's just going to be blissful. That's beautiful. I love it. Let's get another card. We have open heart. Oh, yay. You've been purifying the heart chakra, letting go, forgiving, coming to that peaceful state of knowing that Spirit is supporting you. You're always being guided, and you're growing, you're expanding. Maybe you've been working with the violet flame, and purifying your energy field. True love, come to me. True love shall come to me, as I do will. So mote it be. Yes. That divine love. Becoming your divine self. Becoming more of your soul than the human, you know, in this 3D. We're becoming 5D, where we're more in our soul energy of our divine blueprint. How beautiful. Lots of change. We have gracious receptivity. Yes. Something's coming in for you. Be open to receiving it. Don't rush ahead. Just stay in the flow. Stay in the moment so that you can receive any of these downloads, any information that you're meant to be receiving. We have full spectrum. Wow. Look at that. Coming into alignment. Accessing all of your chakras, opening all of your chakras. You can be an earth angel, somebody who's meant to bring the higher frequencies to the planet Earth. Like, you can come from a very high vibrational dimension. And we obviously have the unicorns, and they're from the 7th dimension, but there are some light workers who are here who are actually angels who lost their wings when they incarnated here on planet Earth. And they are now receiving upgrades to retaining their wings back and earning their wings back. And it can be a painful process. And there's 2 portals, one on each side of our collarbones, in the shoulder blades here, where our wings were. And there's 2 different portals here to the different dimensions. And one is the feminine and one is the masculine. And right now we're healing those 2 polarities, even though duality is an illusion. Here in the 3rd dimension, you know, it exists here. So we have to honor each dimension's, you know, rules and how the energies play out. But right now there's a lot of souls who are getting their wings back through all the transformation and transmutation that they've been doing. They're starting to receive these upgrades and working on getting the Merkaba activation. And some of y'all here maybe getting your Merkaba activations, receiving this divine wisdom, these inner insights, remembering who you are, where you come from, your soul mission, your star origins, where you originate from. Some of you are opening and expanding that crown chakra. Yeah, there's a lot of you getting your wings right now. And know that this is divinely planned, that now is the time. This may take a few years for the energies to be fully integrated, but know that you are on the right path and that this has been divinely orchestrated. And the more you can be in that receptive energy of still having like this goal and using this 3rd eye to focus on what it is you're trying to create, will help manifest it forward. So stay in that place of receiving, but also focus. So it's utilizing this masculine and feminine energy in a balanced way, because there's something that you have that you're meant to offer and give the world. There's a way that you see things, a way that you communicate things, and it's meant to be shared. We have soul star chakra merging with the divine. Yes, that's what I was saying. You are reconnecting to your higher self, to source creator, and receiving your divine blueprint and anchoring it fully into the physical body. Lots of upgrades. Maybe some of you are from galactic origins, not necessarily from here on Earth. Some of you are here from Earth. Maybe there's some Agarthians here, and you're working with a lot of other light beings here on the planet to bring this new Earth and anchor it here onto the planet, into the 3D. Yeah, we have a lot of Merkaba activations here, which is your vehicle for traveling through the dimensions and reconnecting to your soul tribe. We have the Shaman, trust the path. Yeah. You have a lot of wisdom, a lot of ancient wisdom, and the merging of your divine masculine, the divine feminine energies. There's a lot of Egyptian energy coming from here. And just take what resonates. This is there's several different collectives here, so take which message is for you. That's beautiful. Yeah, so some of you may be receiving, you might be coming in contact with a spiritual teacher, somebody who can help guide you to maybe reconnecting to your soul tribe, or to helping you understand how to activate your Merkaba, or reconnect you to your soul mission. Yes, okay. We have the twins, conscious connections. Okay, so like I was saying, your soul tribe, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, there's a lot of energy coming in. There's a lot of downloads. You can be rejoining with your soul tribe, and then ultimately connecting with your monad, which is your soul family. Oops, I just knocked my camera. Hang on just a minute. Yeah, a lot of you are not from here. Ooh, we have the High Priestess, intuition and knowingness. Yeah, standing in your power. You might be receiving access to your divine gifts and getting upgrades in your psychic powers, your telepathy, and communicating with, can be with animals, or to the soul tribe, maybe with Mother Nature, having this interconnection with yourself or your star family. Now we have the Judge, poetic justice. All right, so there is a balance. Balance is going to be restored, and it is being restored within. You came to planet Earth to bring the balance, to bring justice to Mother Earth, to help her raise her frequency, raise the planet's frequency, to restore this balance on this planet, to restore the balance for all. Look at this divine light that's just pouring down, pouring in. It's very high vibrational energies. All right, what else? Unicorns. We have Libra balance. We have balance again. Yes. stay balanced. Make sure that you're staying balanced. You're here to bring balance, but also make sure that you yourself are remaining balanced. You don't want to be too much in your head or be too active. Act on what it is that you're passionate about, and but also know when to rest, know when to receive. When these energies are coming into the planet with all these solar flares, know when it's time to be receptive of the energy, and make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, that you can go out in nature, that you're grounding, that you're taking care of yourself, you're resting when you need to, but also know when the energies are calm, or when you're getting inspired and there's this energetic burst, to act on those impulses where you're passionate about something and you're being guided and directed to use your intuition to move on with these opportunities that are coming in. And we have progressions, journey, definitely forward movement. The work that you've done is definitely being noticed by the higher realms. You are somebody that they are watching, that they're protecting, that they're guiding. Make sure that you are taking the time out so that you can receive more guidance forward on what it is that you're meant to be doing here on the planet Earth. You might be receiving downloads on your mission, your new mission, since you've overcome and achieved success on the path. You may be receiving more a new mission and signing these contracts, new contracts with new with the teacher, with guides, with your soulmates, your soul tribe, to help bring in this balance and this justice to planet Earth, to Earth Mother. Yes, this is the cycle that we've all been waiting for. This is the time. Now is when we're creating this change on the planet. So we've been waiting for this for a long time. And the time is now. You can be waiting. Certain things need to align before they can be moved forward movement. So just always tap into your emotions, into your intuition, and be receptive of when to act, when to rest. Yeah. All right, so this is a very direct reading about receiving, resting. The unicorns are working with you to help bring in these higher frequencies here to planet Earth, and that this is something that you've been, something that's been written in your blueprint, something you came here to do. This is your mission. Thank you all so much for your service here on the planet Earth. I love there's more of these type of people, especially on my channel. I'm one of those angels who've come to the planet, light workers who've been chosen to come here to help, or chose to come here to help and just uplift humanity and bring that balance and restoration to the planet and to the collective. So I hope this reading has resonated with some of you. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join me again. I hope to see some of you on the next reading. Y'all take care. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose the expansion card and the Hope Stone. I'm going to place it over here. Make sure you can see that. Okay, so it says, spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Ooh. So a lot of you on my channel are light workers like me. We've come here to shine our light, to share the divine and anchor those higher frequencies here on the planet Earth. And for a long time, we've kind of been hiding in the shadows, I would say, because some of us have been doing a lot of work in the shadows, but a lot of us have been persecuted for many, many years, many lifetimes, where it wasn't okay to be different. And so we've had to kind of hide our light and protect it and not share it, or shine as bright as we could, out of our fear of being persecuted or killed for being different, or having wisdom or magical abilities that people didn't understand. And so now we're being called to come out and to shine our light, to bring those higher energies out in the open. This planet has been in darkness for so long, and we have come here. This has been our mission, is to restore the balance on the planet, to bring that frequency of love and light, that higher consciousness here to the planet. So right now you're being called to step up, to shine, to expand your light, to grow, not to be afraid, not to be in fear, and yeah, to kind of share your message. What have you brought to this world? Why have you come here? We have reflection, illusion, self-examination, and distortion. Okay, I'm gonna set that there. Let's see what else we have. I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. Okay, so what I just got from these was we've come here to shatter the illusion of the 3D, and to remind people that we are not just this physical vessel, that this is just an avatar that we're in, and that duality is an illusion, but we're here in the 3D where this is where duality exists. So we have to honor the boundaries that exist within the different dimensions. But maybe in our past and in our childhood, we weren't seen for the joy and the light and the love that we have. So you could be somebody who maybe was picked on or bullied when you were younger in your childhood for being different, and it made you kind of hide who you were. You didn't feel safe to be yourself, because where you come from is in the higher dimensions where all we know is truth and love. And here on the 3D, that's not there's both frequencies that exist. So we have the shadows and the darkness and the negative spectrum. That's a lower vibration. That is not a ultimate truth and ultimate love. It can be very dark and very painful and traumatic, where there's lies and people can hide the truth and be deceitful. And when you come from higher dimensions, you don't understand that. All you know is truth. All you know is unconditional love. Where you only know, truth and caring and compassion and empathy. And so when we come here to this planet, when your heart's wide open, you're expecting everybody's the same as you, and because we are all one when we're in soul. And when we incarnate into this human body, we're all individual, and that's where the first separation comes from source, when we incarnate into these physical bodies. And we end up, if we feel rejected and not accepted by, our fellow brothers and sisters, then we retreat and we kind of hide who we are. We hide our light because we don't feel safe. This isn't a safe space. And let's see what else we have here. I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to it fully. Okay, now is the time for you to awaken that inner child. If you haven't healed from the past where you didn't feel like you were accepted, go ahead and make sure that you are doing your shadow work and healing those distorted views of yourself. And remember who you are, why you came here, and to be that unique, beautiful soul that you are. We are all individual expressions of Source, and Source didn't create us all to be the same. And sometimes that's what, in the past, that is what has gotten us to retreat into ourselves. Because if you weren't like everyone else, you stood out and you were different, and the fact that you were different made you stand out, and that wasn't accepted. But we were all created to be individual, to be unique expressions of Source, not to be the exact same cookie cutter person. We all have different colored eyes, some of us the same, some of us have different colored hair, some of us the same, but our body structure, the way we see things, the way we create things, our individual talents, the way we dress, the music we like, You know, we have similarities, but we're all each individual, you know, unique vibrations and signatures of source. We all have our own vibration that makes us unique. And so right now you're called to, you know, heal that version of yourself that felt like you weren't good enough, or that you had to hide away, and come out of the shadows and express yourself, and to shine that light, to reconnect to your mission and your soul purpose and why you're here. And you might be awakening that version of yourself now, because we are being called to fulfill our mission here on earth. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. All right, so make sure that you're taking time out to nurture yourself, to love yourself. Find the places and the pieces of you that need healing, that need your attention, that need your love, and make sure that you're giving that to yourself. Because there's some things maybe in the past that, you know, that were very difficult and hard to go through, and that maybe they might be surfacing now for you to expand and grow from them, and to send yourself love in those moments where you felt like to be different was wrong, or something that wasn't good. All right, let's see what else unicorns have to say. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay, so you might have already been receiving some insights into what it is that you're meant to be doing. And sometimes we think that, you know, it's got to be these big missions, or that we have to be doing this big grand, you know, event or something in order to be contributing to the shift of raising the frequency on planet Earth. And sometimes it's just being yourself and speaking your truth and honoring who you are and loving yourself, and just your vibration itself is good enough and enough, because you loving yourself and you doing your own work on yourself is your contribution to everyone, because it sets a tone for anybody else who may be like you or may have experienced similar things to you, to give them that spark, that passion, that courage to be who they are, you know. And it can be as simple as that. It doesn't always have to be this big grand thing. We have yes, just say yes, whatever it is, do it. You've already had an inner knowing, something that has been coming up for you that you would like to do, that you'd like to express, that you want to share, that just ignites that, just brings your inner child to life. You know, what is it that you did when you were younger that you love doing, or something that you can do all the time that lights you up, and it doesn't feel like it's work or anything. It's something that you just like, every day I could do this and it would make me so happy. That's what you're being called to do. That's your gift. You are meant to be doing that and providing that as your offering to earth, to us, to source, by sharing it. We have, I'm going to try and pronounce this, Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? Yes, you've already been getting insights and information. And you have these choices. And it's up to you to take that journey, to initiate that beginning for yourself. Yeah, there's a lot of openings coming in. There may be some opportunities coming in for some of you. So whenever you find one that just lights you up, that is your message to go ahead and move forward, to begin this journey. We have the solar plexus. Yeah, this is having that courage and knowing that you're worthy of more than what you think you're worthy of, and having that confidence in yourself that you have all the skills necessary to fulfill this mission. Whatever it is that you want to do, you have the talent, you have the ability, it's already within you. So there's this illumination that's occurring within. You may be receiving some downloads from these solar flares right now. They may be activating that solar plexus and giving you these this energy to move forward, to act, to do. Your beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within me to shine. Look at that. How beautiful. It's okay. It's okay for you to be who you are and to shine that light. Love yourself. See yourself for that beautiful soul that you are. We are not these physical bodies. This is the avatar we're in. And it might not be, you know, our vehicle choice. Maybe we didn't, at the time that our soul was incarnating, you know, maybe there wasn't a male body available, and so we had to come into a female vessel. And it might not be, you know, your vehicle choice, but, you know, we have to work with what we have at the moment. Doesn't mean that that's what your soul is. Our soul is androgynous. It's not male or female. And our soul, you know, we are one. We're not one or the other. So, or maybe you've incarnated as a male and you feel more feminine, but honor who you are as an individual. It doesn't matter what anybody else believes or thinks or can conceive as source. It's just their limited perception and their limited understanding of love and creators' abilities to expand our perception of what love is, of what source creates. And you're a part of source. So make sure that you love every aspect of yourself, regardless of what the outside world is giving to you or showing to you. And the more you love yourself, the more others who are like you will begin to embrace who they are and not be afraid to shine their light and share their beauty with the world, because you have gifts that the world is meant to receive. We have Starseer. Look at this. You have a dream, a wish that you want to achieve, a goal that you have, something that you came here to, you know, maybe illuminate a perception, a way of seeing things and giving other people this perception. Because a lot of people, you know, they're in the darkness and they're very close-minded, and that's just because they haven't been able to connect and understand and have this clarity of thought or a connection to a higher power other than what this limited reality that we're in can offer. And so whatever perception you have, whatever connection, whatever viewpoint you have, whatever message you came here to bring, is meant to be shared. Yeah, you have a message. Loving compassion. Oh. A lot of people try to limit what love looks like and how love feels, and, you know, in the ways that love can be seen or interpreted. And when you reach this higher perception, when our hearts are allowed to open and expand to the full capacity, we understand that all is love, and that source creator is in everything. Source created everything. The good, what we see as bad, everything is all love. And you can be somebody who is here to help expand everyone's perception of what love looks like. And what creator is trying to expand our perception of love and bringing these higher frequency energies here on the planet Earth. All right, unicorns. What else? We have healing. Yeah, love yourself. Send that healing and that love to you, and have compassion for you and all that you've been through and all that you've overcome and how hard you have worked and fought to be who you are, and embrace that. No more hiding. Embrace who you are, and have compassion for those who are limited in their perception of love. And it's just because they haven't been granted that awareness yet. They haven't been on the journey as long as you have. Their heart's not as expanded as yours. So try not to judge them the way that they judge you, because then it makes us no better, right? So when you can have that compassion for them, which is the same compassion that they should have for you, it makes your light shine even brighter. You know, it gives you more more solid ground to stand on, because that is more, how to say this, for me it's like it's closer to God, you know, because God loves all and isn't judging anyone. Source has created everything and everyone, so it hasn't created something it doesn't love. It creates all things out of love. So even when we struggle and we go through hardships, it is out of love, so that we learn what we don't want, what we don't like. You know, you have to experience the things in life that are of the lower spectrum, the lower end of the shadow of the darkness, in order to fully appreciate the love and the light and the goodness, because you wouldn't understand how valuable this is if you hadn't gone through this to achieve that, you know. And that's how we learn, and that's how we appreciate, and that's how we grow, because we know what it's like to not have or to feel this way. So when we experience the other of that, it makes it so much more valuable. Okay. What do we have? We have altar of air, clarity. Yes. You have a higher perception of things, and you're going to go through some shifts and changes where you see things from this higher perspective. Now you're going to be able to see yourself from a different perspective and understand why you went through what you went through, or why things had to happen in the way that they did. And it was to teach you certain things about yourself and about other people's, so that you could then be that person that helps someone else along the road. Right? You are no longer that caterpillar. You're transforming and becoming that beautiful butterfly, and spreading your wings and allowing yourself to embrace all that you are. We have creature of fire, choosing freedom. Yeah. What I think here is like the phoenix rising from the ashes. This new growth from the past. Once you heal from these things that have held you back, and you overcome them, this new beginning takes place where you start to emerge fearless. You're no longer worried about what other people think about you or the way that they perceive you, because anybody who does know you, who knows your soul and connects to your soul, they would love everything about you, because they vibrate with you. You know, they understand, they connect. And those are the people you're looking for. You're not looking for these judgmental people and seeking their approval. That's not your tribe. So when you can shine your light and become this beacon that illuminates a path for others to follow, you will find your tribe. Let's say your particular colors, your flag, your style, whatever it is, when you embrace all of who you are and all of your uniqueness, and you stand in your truth and in your power, you light the path for others who were just like you, to say, oh my goodness, I'm that same being. That is me. I resonate with this person. I love your style. You have given me the courage and the strength to accept who I am. So thank you for being strong enough to stand in your truth, so that others can follow. And this path is going to be very successful for you if you can stand and hold in your truth. And you work with the violet flame to transmute any of these lower vibrations when you're doing alchemy work, and transmuting lower energies, or doing the shadow work with the violet flame to help cleanse off any impurities, any lower vibrations, once you have understood and completed your healing work. Okay. So y'all can see these. All right, the last one is fourth house, home. Yes, you are remembering who you are. You're coming home to yourself. You're standing in your truth and standing in your light, in your perfect divinity. We are all created perfect in the Creator's eyes. We are the Creator's children, and we were all created in Creator's image, and all these many ways that we can all exist and be, because we are all part of the one, but we were all given this free will to choose and be who we want to be, as co-creators with Source. So embrace your unique self and love every bit of who you are. If you want to wear your hair a certain kind of way, you want to dye it a certain color, you want to wear your makeup a certain kind of way, you want to wear your tattoos, however, whatever style you want, if you are transgender, if you're gay, whatever, be who you are and who you came here to be, and embrace every bit of yourself. All right? I love this for you. I'm so excited. I used to feel the same way when I was younger. Look at this. You're mirroring. Your inner world is going to be reflected in the outside. So the more you can be yourself and accept yourself, others are going to be more accepting of you too. All right, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, I'd love to read some of your comments if you feel free to share. If not, I will see you all next time. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care.